Hello and welcome to a new episode of Exipelago behind the scenes. So yeah, well, this video is actually the meaning of those videos is actually to keep you informed about what's going on in the game and development in order to keep informed what's going on and what to expect next and when there will be a version available. So it all got a little bit delayed for a simple reason. I actually invested a lot of time into making Steam Workshop working properly with the game before launching early access, because the thing is I'm pretty busy with actually developing the game mechanics and these stuff, and so if I'm going to enter early access there will be a lack of content, so there will be a lack of elements or items in the game, and therefore I find it's crucial to actually have the Steam Workshop enabled, so players are able to actually put in, if they want to, put in their own stuff, like make tables, furnitures, and all these stuff, which is actually already possible with the game. Just the integration with the workshop wasn't really quite done. And in order for that to everything work, I have to change a lot of internals workings, so this will all come together at the end, and I don't need to change the code base in an effort to hopefully do not make any workings in the early access version render useless when I change something in the code base. So this is basically one of the things. And I also plan to make an in-depth video about the new editors and how to properly use them, because they grew a little bit complex. I think it's actually crucial to have a tutorial video about it, how you will be able to actually bring your creativity into the game and expand on the game, because the game actually only delivers the mechanics for most of the stuff. Talking about mechanics, there is something new, of course. There must be something new. I wouldn't do any new behind the scenes videos. So what actually is new? The new thing is here that our little Sims here, the peeps, they can now actually, yeah, it's sad, but they can now actually die. So right now there's only one reason they actually die, and that's because, well, they are actually going to die for starvation. So if they don't eat, or yeah, then they will actually starve. So that's why. That's the only thing we can actually do. So in order to show off what actually going to happen, we can actually get us another peep. Oh yeah, that looks weird. So there we go. We send him over there. So he's going to look on this guy, and well, let's get another one. Here we go. You go over there and you watch the scene. So there we have a guy. He looks cheeky. Look at him. He looks pretty cheeky. So what we can now do is actually we can put him to sleep and make him starve. So when he's starving, the health now is actually dropping rapidly. This is not balanced right now. I do have the need to actually balance this out at some sort. For now, he's just going to starve, and there's going his health. And he's also unconscious because, well, he has a lack of sleep. So he would need actually a bed to recover, but he will recover in here as well. But as he's actually starving to death, nothing will happen, and he will go and die eventually. So we can speed this up. Just drain his health here, and I'll watch him closely. We don't need to select him. So, oh, now he's died. There we go. He's actually now pretty dead, and he can't do anything else. So they still look pretty chilled right now. So this is just because they do not react on anything. What we can do now, so having him lying there, it's not, well, it's not good. We could actually make, this is now an item. So we can actually use this corpse for something. So we can go there in the items. We do now have a corpse, a human corpse. That's him. Yeah, poor guy. He's just human corpse now. And we can actually just put down a stockpile. So let's put a stockpile over there, because we do not want the corpses to be somewhere. And then we allow the corpses into the stockpile. So now he's going to carry that guy away. He's carrying the dead guy. And there we go. And he's now in the stockpile. So let's go away. You don't want to be there. So now he's there in the stockpile. He's properly stockpiled. And we could actually now have a stockpile with all the corpses around when people are dying for several reasons, but we may not want to do that. So I actually made a new item. Now I always, as told multiple times, all items you see in the game, I actually use the in-game item editor to create them. So everyone can create items and everyone will be able to do whatever they want. And well, there's the next big change in the game. Until now, it wasn't possible to have items which uses more than one source item or material. So if you had like a table would only use planks, and it was not possible to use planks and something else because it wasn't in the game. So this has changed. We are now totally able to have items being made out of multiple items, and one of these items is actually the grave. So we now have a grave in here. Oh, we cannot build the grave because, and that's a little bit weird because we do not know what we need to build graves right now because there is no something, and we need to have some sort of information. What do we need to actually build a grave? Because the grave is not discovered. We now do have we do have a corpse, but we cannot do anything without it. So what we do it, because I know we need some sort of soil to make a grave, I'm going to dig up some soil, like here. There we go. Now we have some soil, and because of that, we discovered the human grave made out of dirt. And we could do the same with digging up some sand here, and we will discover a human grave made out of sand. Oh, he's falling asleep. That's not what I want. Please, yeah. Let's give him. Yeah, we're cheating our way here because we do not want to die out people all the time. So we do have some dirt, and of course we can make a stockpile and just put all materials in there like this. So all materials go into this stockpile. So now they're going to be stockpiled. This was a little bit of blinking up there. No idea what's going on. Oh yeah, I think it was an issue with the grass. Well, doesn't matter too much. So we do have now some sand and some dirt in there. So now we can actually build a grave. So let's make a grave. Here we go. And we now have a grave because it was discovered once we found all the stuff needed for the grave. So there's the grave. And we want to let's do dirt grave right there. So now we have a dirt grave. And I can just rotate it using the R key and then put the grave there. So what's happening now is the people actually now bring the ingredients. So we need one soil. It's already there. And one corpse. There's the corpse coming. He is carrying the corpse. Here he comes. It looks a little bit weird with, yeah, that's how I want milkshake here. So yeah, then now we have the grave. That's pretty nice. We do have a grave, and we actually really buried that guy. So that's okay. So now with that grave in place, we could actually make graveyards. We can designate areas there and say this is not my graveyard. I do not need a zone for that because there is no work associated with the graveyard, so we do not need a zone. Whenever there's work or automated work associated with something, then I'm going to create a zone for that, and that zone will actually handle all the workload for the jobs being issued there. So now we have the grave, and that's the cool thing. So now the peeps can actually die, and you can actually handle them properly. Is that the right term to say, handle the dead? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, this the peeps here, and well, it's natural that they have to die. Of course, you should actually care that they do not die because you lose workforce, and now we have one guy less. So one of the next things going into the game is actually to get new peeps, because until now I actually used this button to spawn a new agent, but that's not how the game is supposed to work. It's supposed to work to actually bring peeps in an automated way. So the thing is, I was thinking of is actually you build up your island. And when you're building up the island, you're actually gathering value or something like this. So you have something to build to make your island bigger, and everything you build has some sort of value. So for example, if I take some like this pile of dirt, so this little dirt actually has no value. So if I build a sand block, it will have no value at all. But if you take a stone there, oh, they're going to die all. Oh no, they're all going to die now. Well, I would, normally you are supposed to actually give them some food here to not let them die, but I can't be bothered with that now because I'm trying to show some things. So we have that sand actually has no value. Over there, the sand has no value. If I'm transforming this sand in something else, or maybe sand is a bad example because there is no item currently using sand, but if we use the stone and we transform the stone into a stone block, so the block now has a distinct value which is set in the item editor, where you say, okay, my initial value is something, and if you build something out of that stone, the new item will actually collect the value of the stone used in conjunction with the additional value modifier. That all sounds very complicated, which is defined in the item editor. So the plan is actually to just build stuff, and the more stuff you build, the more wealth your village will get, and the more wealth your village will have, this will attract more Sims to actually visit the island and actually join your tribe. So the actual goal will be to get the most wealth possible onto your island, and yeah, of course, providing them with food, shelter, and recreation or whatever, and let them just drive around. And the ultimate goal for at least the early access version is to build the big as possible, the most wealth, get the most villagers, and attract a lot of them. So that is going to be happen. So there's still a little bit to do to actually get a little bit of balance into these values and actually make different stuff work in conjunction with calculating the wealth of your village. So that's going to be one of the next parts in the behind the scenes series. Oh yeah, and you also may find that we do have slightly different textures now and some graphical improvements with the automatic grass, because as you know, we do have automatic grass, and if I'm going to put some dirt block in there, it will start out as a dirt floor and slowly grow back grass over the time. So, well, if you just wonder that all these blocks look a little bit different now, yet there were some complaints. People were complaining about, no, these textures looks too equal to something else, and they were not happy. And that's a cool thing, because if you're not happy with the textures of the game, you can just make them all different. There is an in-game editor for that, where you can just go in there and edit every texture in the game, or make your own texture pack, make your own new material, make your own new blocks. So if you're not satisfied with the stone blocks in here, so let's gather some stone blocks. I think we don't even need to gather them. So there we have some stone blocks, and we could actually now make, we cannot use that now because we do not have stone bricks, but we can make a cobble wall. And if you do not like, as you can see, the grass actually is coming back, and it's soon being to be completely there. So if you do not like the look of the current cobblestone, you can just make your own. And yeah, I think another cool thing, we have different stone types. I'm actually not sure if I showed this right now. Well, yeah, I think we need to dig something in here. I'm going to cheat my way through here. So let's dig something in there, like so. Oh, we can do this. And we're going to dig a little bit down here. Can I? Yeah, I can get rid of that. So there we have, oh, there it already is. We have different stone down here. So if we go down here, there we have a different stone down here. I don't actually know the name of this stone, but we can actually mine it. Although it's getting dark now, that's not what I want. Well, that's really not what I want. I think, yeah. My problem is I do have a cheat to actually make it day again, but I have forgotten the shortcut for it. No. Okay, so it's dark, and there is some stone you cannot currently see. But what we actually can, yeah, okay, we need to make ourselves some lights. So turn off the slicing, and let's cut down some trees here. And I think we also need to wake up the guys, because maybe they already died. Oh no, where's my peeps? Oh yo, one's actually working. So, oh no, he's almost dying there. So let's give him stuff. Oh yeah, also see, when they're getting low on energy, they actually move slower, work slower, and all this stuff. So there's modifiers everywhere. So we now have blocks here, and with the blocks we can actually make lights. And we can make torch lights made out of different materials, and that's what we're going to do. If we can, actually, we need to rotate this to be somewhere at the wall like this. So now some people is actually going to come over and put down the light here, so we can see something again. Come on, give me something. He's not really. Okay, no one's doing that. So what's happening? I think we do have encountered a new bug. Oh, he's still busy with collecting stuff. Oh, there it is. It's already done. It's just not. Yeah, I just was too deep in the game. So here we go. We do have We do have here some new stone types. So let's go ahead and let them dig them away. Let's get some stone here. And I cannot right now dig away this because the torch is actually configured right now to have the need to be on floor, but it doesn't matter. So now we have a new, where it is, somewhere here, I guess. Should be, yeah, we do have now new stone. We can look in there, and we have materials, stone, and we now have sandstone. Oh, it's serpentine. So we now have 2 different stone types. And the reason why this is so important, or why this could be cool, let's get more lamps up here. Of course, I can just cheat them. It's no issue at all. Like this. Here we go. 2 lamps here. Oh, this looks a little bit weird. Yeah, it doesn't look too good, but okay, that's what it is right now. So serpentine, and now we can make a cobblestone wall with serpentine. So we just switch around and say, okay, I do want a cobblestone wall made out of serpentine. And if I'm doing this, I have the wall now in serpentine. So the cool thing about this is if you decide you want a new type of wall, you're not defining each wall for each type of stone. You just define the wall, and the game will care about how it's going to look, depending on what materials you use. But I think I actually mentioned this a lot of times during the process of developing this game. Oh, there was something else we can actually do. So, well, I need to pause this here. And if I'm going to issue something, okay, let's do it like this. So we do have, let's make something in here. Make some room, and we can actually make a tunnel here. So let's make a tunnel in here. Let's make a new lamp here. Come on, give me the lights. There we go. I want another torch over there. Here we go. And now we actually make a new stockpile. So I'm just trying to show off something. And we want all the materials to be in there. So I'm allowing materials up there. And where's the other one? This one. And I'm actually disallowing the materials in there. So what happens now is the Sims, which are actually over there, allowed to do all the hauling over there, they will now start picking up items from there because they're no longer allowed there to bring it down there. And this is pretty cool. So there is some peep somewhere. I'm just can't see him. There it is. And if I press the F key, I can lock the camera to this guy. So the camera is now locked. And when he's going over there, the camera is actually following him. And if he walks underground, it can now actually switches automatically. So later on, there will be some bar with all the peeps somewhere to actually double click and bring their focus. So even if it's pitch black night, you can still find your peeps, which currently you cannot. So as soon as you move the camera, you lose the locking on the camera on the guy. I'm actually not sure where's the other one. I think there, yeah, there we can actually, yeah, oh, we can already. So there's one guy. Where's the other guy? So Michaela looks like is not there. No. Michaela died. Okay, so yeah, there's an issue still that for whatever reason one guy is missing and still in there. So that's not really right. So I guess something happened, something wrong. As you can see, there's still something wrong in the game, and that's why there's all the delays to actually make everything working and giving you a game which actually makes a lot of fun to play and not makes you get all the hassles I have here with mid-development, early pre-alpha versions. So, okay, I think that's going to be long enough. I hope you enjoyed this thing, and yeah, I would actually be very interested in what you think about the game, so let me know what you think about it. Oh, I could actually, I think, yeah, here we go. There, I actually found out the hotkey again for making it night and day. That's what I can do here. So I can do the day and night transition. So now we're back at the day, and yeah, some actually, oh, over there. Oh, there's Michaela, and she died. She was actually transported away. That's why I wasn't able to actually lock the camera on. Okay, that's the issue here. That's easy enough to solve. But there's Michaela, and we haven't watched out about her. And obviously, she died. She did starve. So this little guy is now falling asleep. And going to die as well pretty soon. Oh yeah, this needs a little bit more balancing there. But yeah, I think actually providing food is one of the first things you should care for when starting a new village. So we can actually do a grave, and we do not have any soil, but we can actually make another grave from here just to see what's going to happen. Let's put it there and see what he's going to do. And I think we can actually allow the materials here again so he doesn't do all the running. He's still running with one of them. I think he needs to, yeah. What he's doing there now, he keeps, yeah, there we go. So now we need some more soil so we can make the grave. So let's dig some soil. There we go. He brings the soil, and then he brings Michaela. The poor soul have went away because the developer have not put enough attention on them. There we go. Yeah, that's the face you get for doing that. Look at him. That's the face you get. He's very satisfied with burying his friends. Yeah, that's not so cool. Okay, so well, you see, I actually have a lot of fun with this game still, just doing these behind the scenes videos, and I know that some people actually played this game already and they also enjoyed it a lot. So I'm very confident that you will get at least some sort of fun out of this, even if you join the early access version, which will be not totally feature complete at the beginning. I hope you enjoyed this anyway, and I wish you a nice day. And yeah, Christmas is pretty soon, so I think there will be another behind the scenes video before Christmas. And to not raise any false expectations, I think I will not release the early access version before Christmas. So for a simple reason, I mean, you're all pretty busy with buying all discounts on Steam and somewhere else, so there's no big point in actually going early access that early, just before rushing Christmas. I don't do any marketing, so I don't expect to have any rush anyway. So, and for taxing reason, I think it may be better idea to actually postpone everything to the next year, or maybe not, who knows, could be I do it anyway. We will see. Keeping ourselves informed out. Don't forget to put actually up the subscribe button in here to get information about any new videos I release about that game. You're all waiting on it, but you just don't know it yet. So, yeah, but this time, really. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.